Okay, we have x squared plus 16x plus 48. We're looking for two numbers, and when we multiply them together, we get 48, and when we add them, we get 16. Two numbers. Let's see. What about... When we add them, we get 16. What about 6 and 8? 6 times 8 is 48. Let's look at this. 6 and 8. 6 and 8 is 48, but when we add them, do we get 16? No. We don't. We don't get 16. So what I start doing is I start breaking things down. You know, you can break this down to 2 and 3. You can break this down to 2 times 4. And then look at it that way. What about... Let's look at another couple numbers here. 4 and 12. 4 and 12 is 48. And then, yep, that's it. It's 4 and 12. Okay. So x plus 4 times x plus 12. How's that? And we can always check our work by multiplying those together. Okay, let's look at another one here. See if you can get this one figured out faster than I can. Okay, we worked a problem earlier that we had a 1 on the end. And of course, if I remember right, that didn't have a solution. Couldn't factor it into nice integer terms. So the only thing we can do here is there's a 1 times a 1. But we know that 1 times 1 is, or 1 plus 1 is 2. So that must be our answer there. So this would be x plus 1 times x plus 1. Okay, completely factored. Now you notice both these are the same. It could be written like that, but we're completely factoring, so it needs to be in that form right there. Okay. All right, let's take a look at another one. Ooh, this one here is a little tricky. We got negative 4x squared plus 12x plus 1, whoops, I think I about wrote 115. I'm not sure why. It should be 112. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get a positive out here in front of this x, and that means I'm going to factor out a negative. But by looking at this, I know that 4 goes into 12, and I take a closer look, and it also goes into 112. So that means we're going to factor out not just the negative, we're going to factor out 4 also. And that'll make life a whole lot easier for us. So let's do that. We're going to pull this negative 4 out and rewrite. So that's going to leave that coefficient of x squared with just a 1, because that's what our goal was. And of course it'll make this next sign a negative. And 4 goes into 12 3 times. And 4 goes into 112 28 times. And of course this sign here is going to change also. That'll become a minus sign there, and we said 4 goes into 112 28 times. Okay, so that looks a little bit cleaner and a whole lot easier to deal with. So let's take a look at this. Two numbers that when multiplied together is going to give us this negative 28, and when we add them we get negative 3. So they're going to be numbers that are, we take their difference, they're going to be fairly close together, or when we add them, I guess you could say. And let's see, 7 and 4. 7 and 4. Yeah, 7 and 4 is 28, and 7 minus 4 is 3, but it'll have to be a negative 4. Okay, let's go ahead and, I always forget the equal signs here, and rewrite. So this is what we do now. So what did I say? 7 and 4. We're going to write the 7 and 4 in there, and then we'll figure out where their signs go. So when we add 7 and 4 together, we get negative 3, so that means the largest number must be minus out there in front, and then plus. Right, that would negative 7 times positive 4 is negative 28, and when we add them, we get a negative 3. Is that right? Oh, no, did I say negative? Yeah, we get negative 3. Yeah. Okay, well, there's some more examples. I got quite a bit more coming. Some of these are going to get a little bit more difficult. And remember where you can go to get this stuff nice and organized. Plus, I have practice problems on there for you to practice with the answers. And I'll see you there.